everybody, welcome back to theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Again, it's theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Have not done a video on recruitment in quite a while, and I'm getting the questions, and you're starting to hear it in other industries. It's been out for a while, but Facebook dark posts are my new favorite thing. I use it in real estate to get leads. I'm using it in clinical research to get study participants. Depends on the study. Sometimes it's effective, sometimes it's not. I have a client who, well, they're not even a client yet, but a potential client. They do a lot of phase 1 healthy volunteer stuff, and they're curious about Facebook dark posts. And I told them I've done a campaign in the past for very specific studies. Like, we're talking about rare diseases, we're talking about very, very strict inclusion-exclusion criteria. And I did this without IRB approval because we were not talking about a particular study. We were talking about the services the research site conducts and the type of studies the research clinic conducts. And even more so, what I did was create a video where I interviewed a physician about a particular disease or about a particular therapeutic indication, and we just talk about the disease. We talk about multiple sclerosis. How does it affect people? What are some signs, symptoms? What are some current treatments out there? Then we get into research, and we don't talk about specifics because we sign CDAs. We don't talk about the investigational product, the name, unless it's already out there. But even then, we try not to do that. We're pretty general when it comes to that because it's an ad. This is an ad. What a Facebook dark post is an ad that you pay, just like you would on Google, but it's more effective on Facebook now. And it shows up in people's news feeds, the people that you specifically target, people who live in a certain geographic area, people within a certain age range, people who maybe are interested in the multiple sclerosis type of groups. And I'm just using multiple sclerosis as an example. But for something more general, more broad, like if I were doing a study, which I am, for asthma or hypertension, it would work even better. The numbers, the click-through rates would be higher. The potential study participants you get in your clinic signing consents would go up. And again, all without IRB approval. You just talk about the condition, you create a piece of content that's not necessarily promoting the study, but promoting your site as leading experts in whatever disease or whatever study you're targeting. If it's asthma, you guys are leading experts in asthma. And you can do a video. What I prefer to do is do a video with the PI or an expert in the medical condition. And we just discuss, we try to keep it relatively short because remember it's an ad. And why I like video is that the videos automatically starts playing in the people's news feed. So if you get a catchy title and then the content's actually good and doesn't bore people, they'll actually listen. And if it's relevant to them, which you hope it is because you're specifically targeting these people, you'll probably get good results out of it. And they're relatively cheap compared to Google AdWords so far. And they're more effective because, as I've talked about in the past, Google AdWords are on the right side of the page. People's eyes, they've done studies on this, people's eyes don't even look to that side of the page anymore on Google, but on Facebook, it's right there in your news feed. What I have not experimented with yet, but I will very soon, is Twitter ads, because you can do the same thing with Twitter. But Facebook dark post is where it's at right now. So for my would-be client, my potential client, that's the strategy here. That's the strategy I've done with my other campaigns, is interview a physician, create an ad. And if you're shy, if you're a clinic and you don't have anyone who's willing to do this or go on camera, write an article or create an infographic about your disease and then lead them to a landing page on your website where they can sign up to be contacted for the research study. That's simple. No IRB approval needed because you're promoting yourself, your brand, your clinic as leading experts in whatever therapeutic indication you're getting at, and you're not actually talking about specific things with the study. Alright, so that's what I would do. Facebook dark post Let me know if it works. If you need help doing this, I help people create their campaigns all the time. Call me, 949-415-6256. And remember, the more specific you can get at targeting your audience, the better your numbers will be, and the less money you're going to be wasting, right? Dan from theclinicaltrialsguru.com, 949-415-6256. Subscribe, and thanks a lot. Bye-bye.